If you have selfies of yourself voting, keep sending it to us. We'll keep carrying it through the day tomorrow as well. Subramaniam Swamy, CR Kesavan, BJP versus Congress, Chairman of the BJP Strategic Action Committee, and CR Kesavan, spokesperson of the Congress, Asifa Khan of the BJP from Ahmedabad, Meghnad Desai from London, Vinod Mehta from Delhi, Ajay Alok from Patna, General Secretary of the JDU. CR Kesavan, the BJP may stand for benefit from the vote, and here's why. During the assembly elections of December 2013, there was significant spurt in voting percentages in Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. In fact, you'll remember there were record turnouts in Delhi, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, and the BJP emerged as the single largest party in each of the four states. All you need to ask yourself is that that logic stays. And therefore, if that logic stays, then the danger for you is the BJP gains. Mr. Kesavan.
No, Arnab, I think it's just a third phase of polling. A lot of, 6 more stages ahead. But I think I want to make one point from what you said, starting off from what you said. Talked about Delhi, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh.
Yes.
The pertinent point here, Arnab, is these 3 states went to the assembly polls after Narendra Modi ji was declared as the prime ministerial candidate.
Yes.
If you look at Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Odisha, Bihar, see, these people have not gone to the polls knowing that there is a divisive personality like Narendra Modi as a prime ministerial candidate. So I think just to say that because, there is a big wave like this.
No, you just contradicted yourself, Mr. Kesavan. You just contradicted yourself.
I'm very clear.
No, what I,
Not at all.
no, there is no, you contradicted. So you said that these places went to the vote after Narendra Modi was announced as the prime ministerial candidate. In other words, you as a Congress spokesperson, as a Congress spokesperson, you are saying that Narendra Modi's being named as the prime ministerial candidate has heaped unexpectedly positive electoral results for the BJP. Well, I'm sure the BJP won't mind your saying that.
Not at all.
But I think that may not be your party line. Subramaniam Swamy, unprecedented level indicates high anti-incumbency and change. CR Kesavan.
Cut me out. Let me answer.
You just said that.
It's a hit wicket for the BJP because it's a, I said it's a hit wicket for the BJP because it will be a referendum against Modi, which is why you're seeing a large turnout. And you have to understand here, Arnab, all of us, out of the 81.5 crore voters, there are 10 crore new voters. They don't have any,
but there were equal number of new voters in this phase as well. No, one second. I'm just arguing against your position. An unprecedented level.
Not at all.
Historically, Mr. Kesavan, don't.
Go ahead.
Let's have a factual and not an emotional argument tonight.
Not at all, hardly.
No.
Go ahead.
Historically, anywhere. An unprecedented level of voting indicates high anti-incumbency and change. Okay? So now I'll get Subramaniam Swamy in. Given the geographical spread of the increased...
Let's talk about Mizoram.
I am not...
Mizoram voted people in. It voted for the incumbent. It had 82%.
Am I talking of one state?
Madhya Pradesh voted the incumbent again. So how can you say that large voting is anti-incumbent? How can you generalize?
You must listen to me in entirety. I am not talking about anti-incumbency in isolation. Anyway, I am not going to get into an argument with you, others can. The question is unprecedentedly high level of voting, which means 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? In Jammu, 17 to 18% increased voting usually is a vote for change. Simple. Why are you getting so agitated about it? I said it's a vote for change. Unless you are saying that you are a party for status quo. Did I say it's a vote for BJP? I said a vote for change. Now, if you think your party is changing and you represent change, then unless you think that you represent the status quo, why are you getting on the defensive? Subramaniam Swamy, respond. Subramaniam Swamy, how do you read today's vote?
Well, I read it in the context of two other indexes. One is that every poll since last September shows that the NDA toll is or the NDA numbers are increasing, and now it's reached 260. And the other thing is the crowds which are coming spontaneously to Modi anywhere he goes, including Arunachal or deep in Kanyakumari or anywhere else. These are indications, along with this
No, but what? That doesn't prove anything. That argument doesn't hold. Because in Delhi, there was an increased voter turnout, right? It was an increased voter turnout. 30% of the vote went to the Aam Aadmi Party. Right? So at that time also you were very excited and then you got disappointed. I had told you then don't get excited about this vote. Because it's not a vote for the BJP.
What happened in December, but after the developments from December onwards, there is a unanimous opinion that the Aam Party has lost a lot of its votes, particularly the middle class. And they think that now it's a central government question. There is no question of state government being formed.
Yeah.
And they are all focusing their attention on Modi.
No. So, what you're saying is that there is, this whole argument that BJP has put forth all day that there is a wave. I'd let Vinod Mehta and Meghnad Desai to come in. I want to add a caveat for our viewers. There are 103 constituencies which have gone to the polls. There are more than 420, 430 still left, right? And a place like Kerala, which has gone to the elections today, Meghnad Desai, Vinod Mehta, today in its entirety has recorded 74% polling. Though Kerala votes high anyway, it recorded 74, 75% polling, right? The BJP has never sent an MP from Kerala. Yeah. So those people, 74, 75% are not going to the polls saying Modi, Modi, Modi necessarily, right? So it could be enthusiasm in the elections. It need not be a Modi wave. I'm just arguing on both sides. Meghnad Desai, how do you read the vote?
I think first thing is that to have personalized the election has been a good thing for turnout. People know the two sides, they're identified by certain personalities, and that gets a vote out. So one thing that is say that a presidential form of contest is a good thing for turnout. And I think quite a lot of young people have been enthused and encouraged to vote for the first time. And I think, whether it is a Modi wave or not Modi wave, we shall find out on May the 16th. But what is true is that this election has been more exciting than any other previous election because it's been personalized, it's been full of sort of opposition, and I think that's a good thing for democracy.
All the Congress leaders who were coming on the program all through the evening, they just kept making one point, which in my view, Mr. Kesavan, was a fairly, weak point. I said, why is there so much voting in Uttar Pradesh? They said, polarization, communal polarization. They tried to polarize the vote. Right? So, Vinod Mehta, I asked them, is Delhi polarized?
More vote is a good thing?
No, I asked them, is Delhi polarized? Is Madhya Pradesh polarized? Right? Is Chhattisgarh polarized? Is Jharkhand polarized? Is Bihar polarized? If polarization happens, I can understand if it's in Western Uttar Pradesh, but something else is happening here.
Absolutely. I think this high voter turnout does indicate some kind of, I say this with inverted commas, mini Modi wave. This is not a Modi wave in the sense that we know waves of 1977 and 1984.
No, what is a mini, maxi, mega Modi wave? What are
mini
these?
Modi wave
you come out with all these comments,
Mini Modi wave means that the BJP will emerge as the largest single party and will need allies to get across the magic number. But Arnab, the high turnout can also be attributed to the fantastic campaign that the Election Commission has conducted.
Oh, please.
To
wake
up the voter.
No, every time we credit the Election Commission and discredit the voter. What has the Election Commission done on Amit Shah? What has the Election Commission done on Azam Khan? What has the Election Commission done on Mulayam Singh Yadav?
I'm saying it can also be attributed. Please listen to me. It can also be attributed. And now you are talking about a vote for change. That is right. But the vote for change comes because there is deep anger in the country against the Congress party. So they are interconnected. The voter is going to the polling booth with hope and anger also. There are two sentiments that he is taking with him to the polling booth.
No, is this
anger against the Congress party and hope that and hope for change.
No, two points here, okay? Different things can happen. One is people are voting more because there's polarization. Ajay Alok and Asifa, let's get you in.
There's no
People are voting more because there's polarization.
There's no polarizing in many parts of the country.
Why are people voting?
No, Arnab, people are going to the polling booth because they want to express their view and they want to get this government out. And they want some new government in. But this is a vote against the Congress party. A lot of the voting is being done is to ensure that the Congress party is defeated.
So in Bihar, for example, because we have Ajay Alok of the JDU in Bihar there's a 14% increase in voting. Now Vinod Mehta says this is a vote against the Congress party. What does a vote against the Congress party translate to in Bihar? A vote for whom? Certainly not a vote for Nitish.
See, that's your perception.
No, certainly not a vote for Nitish.
But we are rather disappointed. How do you say that? I will rather put it in a different perspective. Because in the last assembly election, the voter turnout was around 63-64%. So if you look into that perspective, the voter turnout has gone low.
No, Vinod Mehta is saying...
an increase of 8%.
No, Vinod Mehta is saying that the voting is happening at a national level. People want change at the national level. So if that is the premise that people want change at the national level, then who do they vote for in Bihar? Who have they voted for others in such large numbers today? From 41% to 55%, 14% is a lot, right?
Bihar has seen an upsurge of only 8.6% voter turnout. 54% is the average voter turnout in all the 6 constituencies that went to the poll today.
Yes.
But what you are saying that they have voted for the Congress or against the Congress, that's a different story altogether, because Congress is fighting on only 2 seats of the 6 seats being contested in Bihar. I'm talking in terms of Congress only, in Bihar. But if you talk of a national perspective, well, it could be an anti-incumbency, it could be a pro-incumbency. That we will only be deciding when the results come out.
You're looking and sounding a bit nervous.
To judge that whether it was an anti-incumbency or pro-incumbency.
No, you're looking and sounding a bit nervous today, Ajay.
I'm rather happy.
No, you are looking and sounding a bit nervous.
I'm not at all nervous.
Even the Congress is looking and sounding a bit nervous today and unconvinced.
I'm not at all nervous.
Are you worried here? Mr. Kesavan and Asifa come into the debate. Are you worried here that Narendra Modi campaigned extensively? 185 rallies. No, let's look at the facts here, okay? Mr. Kesavan, please understand. I am not 185 rallies across 295 constituencies from the 26th of March. Okay, it's a world record in campaigning. A, point number 1. Point B, unexpectedly high turnout. Point C, and Mr. Kesavan, please feel free to contradict me whenever, however, and as loudly as you want, as I say my third point, that wherever the BJP is strong, the increase in voter turnout is more than 10%. Do you agree with me? Where the BJP is not strong, like Odisha, Kerala, it's either flat, stays the same, or increased by 1-2%. So the impact...
What do we make of Delhi, Arnab?
Well, in Delhi, the BJP has a strong cardinal and a strong presence. It's a challenger.
Arnab, I was watching your program.
The single largest party.
There was a very interesting.
The single largest party in Delhi.
Saying that, No. Let me complete, Arnab. I'm just using statistics from your show, which I was watching. They said though there is a 10 to 11% increase in the voting, if you compare it to the state assembly elections held, sometime before, that's hardly an increase in the voting percentage. So I think first we have to really.
Please clarify that. Please clarify. I don't understand. I don't agree with you. What are you saying?
See, you said voting increased, Arnab. You said from 2009 to 2014, we agree, but in the recent assembly elections, when you see the voting percentage from the recent assembly elections held in Delhi to now the projections you're giving, there is hardly a change in increase in voting percentage. So I think, you should keep it, because if you're going to compare 2009 and 2004, you have a massive increase in voting percentage.
You want me to compare Lok Sabha election to Lok Sabha election? I'm sorry that you are looking for consolation prizes by saying compare Lok Sabha election to assembly election. You should know as a politician, that the voting patterns are completely different in council elections, assembly elections and national elections.
I'm quoting from your program, Arnab.
Yes, I am quoting. I know, and I am quoting from my program. I was comparing Lok Sabha election to Lok Sabha election.
Let me complete. It was your analyst who said it, but let me complete here. See, the more important point is you talk about world records, and you know that any small event is can have a huge impact. In the last 1 week, we have 2 world records from BJP. One, they released a manifesto after people started voting. You think the young 10 crore voters won't be aware of this? That they're personality centric and all they can talk about is one person, but they don't even have anything to offer to the people and the new voters.
I think I'll let Asifa respond to that. So, Subramanian Swamy just come in. Asifa hasn't spoken yet. Asifa, respond to that.
I think we need to congratulate Indians for coming out to vote in a large percentage. That was my first point. The second important thing is that the country is in a hopeless situation and is looking forward for some hope. We have a Prime Minister who has all the responsibilities with no power, whereas we have seen the Shehzada enjoying all the powers with no responsibility. The hopeless situation in this country, especially the youth, they are looking for a change, and Mr. Modi is seen as a figure of hope. He is time tested because the country is now seeing 3 options available for them to rule the country. There is Mr. Kejriwal, who has failed himself terrifically. There is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who doesn't have any experience. In spite of being in a privileged position,
what did Rahul Gandhi?
He has not taken up any state or any responsibility to lead the country. What has he done?
I thought he's vice president of the Congress.
Whereas the country is having Mr. Modi as an option, who is time tested and who has a Gujarat model to show to the country. And this is the first time that India is facing.
No, Miss Asifa Khan, let's be very practical about it. If the Muslim and Dalit vote is not split, then some people also argue this could be a wave in favor of regional parties like the Samajwadi Party and the BSP. You see, don't be presumptuous. When there is polarization, first of all, do you agree, Asifa Khan, and do you agree, Subramaniam Swamy, that an all-out effort to polarize might be one of the reasons of increased voter turnout in UP? After all, in Muzaffarnagar, I'll put the statistics out, there's an increase of almost 15-16%. Sorry, it's about 13%. It's on your
screen. That's got to do with the riot. It's got nothing to do with the polarization.
And what was Amit Shah doing? Building amity.
Oh, what did he say?
What was Amit Shah doing? Building amity.
The Election Commission. You're the judge, jury, prosecutor.
You tell me that every time, but answer my question. Was Amit Shah building amity or trying to polarize?
You take revenge, then defeat them in this election.
You didn't answer my question on Amit Shah.
I would say you have to look at the fact that every poll, Modi's tally is increasing.
No, my question is simply this, that is the increased turnout a result of polarization in Uttar Pradesh?
No.
Arnab, there is polarization. If at all you see there is polarization between the haves and the have-nots. The poor
That's
and
very preachy.
the rich. The people with
That's very preachy, Ms. Asifa Khan. Let's talk real politics.
Jobs.
Let's talk real politics.
No,
let's not be theoretical.
I've been traveling across the country.
No, if we have to talk
towards the northeast, in the north, and I've seen that there is polarization.
Okay, here's another thought. Here's another thought.
That is the real polarization.
No, my thought here. Yes, Vinod Mehta, you want to come in on the issue of polarization? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I want to come in on that. I think, Arnab, we should not live in a dreamland. I think there has been a definite effort at polarization, a successful effort at polarization. In Muzaffarnagar, there's no question about it that there was a calculated attempt to polarize the Jat and the Muslim vote. In UP, Mr. Azam Khan and others have tried to polarize Hindu-Muslim votes. But there is one other thing I'm saying, Arnab. Whatever way you interpret this high turnout, it must be based on the calculation that the Congress is not going to be the beneficiary of this high turnout. And in Delhi, we are assuming that the beneficiary of the high turnout is going to be the BJP. I understand there has been a late surge for the Aam Aadmi Party. Let us not count the Aam Aadmi Party out. If you remember the last time, when there was a very high voter turnout, the Aam Aadmi Party
But this, counter question. Counter question. This voter turnout is not restricted to Delhi. So it's not a Delhi phenomenon. You see, you are looking at a national phenomenon. My point is, you understand, sir, Dr. Vinod Mehta, that the geographical spread of the increased voter turnout is so wide.
Arnab,
it's
high voter turnout means different things in different places.
Meghnath Desai. Meghnath Desai. It's not AAP or Delhi phenomenon.
Yeah, I think in some places it could be polarization. After all, Congress as well as BJP has been trying to polarize. The Imam of Jama Masjid has been polarizing. And so, in a sense, that is good. So let us sharply define what the differences are. Let us not smooth them over. Let's sharply define differences and let the voters decide which way they want to go. And I think that's a very good thing. As long as the voters vote, that's fine. For whatever reasons they want to vote, let them vote. That's what I say. That is a good thing about the democracy.
So here's the point I need to look at now. Has the Congress party misread the election, Mr. Kesavan? Right? You denied from the start.
Whole year. From the beginning.
So it's about eliminating possibilities. That's what you do as an economist, don't you, Dr. Desai? You say it's not this or not that.